Gentleman yields back. Gentleman who's the vice ranking member of the full committee, Mr. Casten, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Secretary Bessent, I'm starting my 7th year in Congress, and in those 7 years, I have never received more phone calls from my constituents on any issue than the hack into the Treasury payment system earlier this year. As you know well, this is the system that manages over $5 trillion a year of federal payments, payments to taxpayers, payers to Social Security beneficiaries, payers to embedded foreign assets who are overseas and undercover, and it has their personal information and their routing information. This is a purple district. People were nervous. We sent a letter to your office along with 150 colleagues asking 20 questions. Your response that we just received was non-responsive on all 20. Mr. Chairman, I'd like unanimous consent to enter those 2 letters into the record.
Without objection.
I want to get through a lot of those questions right now, Secretary Bessent, and I would ask you to be as brief as you were in your response, but I would very much like a more fulsome answer in writing. In January, the New York Times reported that you pressured David Lebrick out of his role overseeing that after he refused to grant that access to people that Elon Musk had imposed. Can you confirm the accuracy of those reports?
That's incorrect, Mr.
You met with him on January 30th, put him on administrative leave, and he left the day later. Is that accurate?
I did not put him on administrative leave. Administrative leave, I asked him to take, I met with him 90 minutes
So you're denying the New York Times report? Was it your choice?
I am adamantly saying that the New York Times is inaccurate.
Okay, all right, fine. That's yes or no. New York Times is inaccurate, fine.
He was not placed in administrative leave, and he subsequently resigned after sending numerous emails.
Sir, I'm just asking for yes or no questions. If you want to be voluminous, please write me a letter. Was it your decision to terminate Mr. Lebrick, or were you pressured by others?
He resigned.
Who made the decision to put him on administrative leave? You or someone else?
Again, sir, he was not put on administrative leave. That is highly
okay, so you're
inaccurate.
denying the New York Times.
Highly
Fair
inaccurate.
enough. Tom Krause, you a fan of him, who's now playing that role?
Yes.
Okay. You'd mentioned earlier he was in that role. Do you agree that that role includes duties that include managing Treasury's payment system to ensure timely Social Security payments, overseeing auctions for U.S. Treasury bonds, which determine interest rates, and ensuring the U.S. doesn't breach the debt limit? Would you agree that that's all part of the functions of that job that Mr. Rouse is now holding?
No.
No. Shocking. Okay. Does Mr. Krause have any prior experience in government service?
He does not. Neither do I.
Does Mr. Krause have any prior experience in the financial sector, which of course you do?
What's that?
Just, you can answer me. You don't need to, I'm doing this solo. You don't need the people behind you to help you. Does Mr. Krause have any prior experience in the financial sector?
He had, in the financial sector, yes. He's put together more than 100.
No. Did he work for a bank? Did he work for a hedge fund? Did he work for a private equity firm?
He worked for a private equity firm.
He's the CEO of a software company.
He's done more than $100 billion of tech deals.
He runs a software company. He's still the CEO of that software company, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
He is. Is it your view that that job that he's holding is a part-time job?
I'm not
Managing $5 trillion a year of distributions. That's a part-time job, or does that require full-time?
No, sir. He is not managing $5 trillion a year of distribution. He is doing a tech upgrade, an ERP system.
That's all that Mr. Lebrick was doing, was a tech upgrade?
Sorry?
Mr. Lebrick, who said, I'm not going to allow people to hack into this system, he was just doing a tech upgrade? Or you've downgraded what that job function is?
Mr. Lebrick was in charge of 1.5 billion payments a year, which 1/3 did not have a task identification.
Sir, come on.
So he had failed.
Come on, we're going to move along. The chairman, notably a moment ago, did not swear you in, so you are not under oath right now. February 4th, in your response to a Senate Democrats letter, you said that Mr. Krause will only have read-only access. A moment ago, in response to our chair, you said, and I quote, they were only granted read-only access at Treasury. You're not under oath right now. You could be, but you're not. Mr. Gioeli testified under oath in a recent hearing, saying that Mario Alez was given right access to the Treasury payment system. Do you wish to correct your remarks to the chair, the ranking member,
I would say that
no one was given right access?
I never granted anything other than
But Mario Alez was granted right access.
I never granted anything other than read-only access.
Mr. Alez left the Treasury Department in part after it was discovered that he said normalize Indian hate and I just want a eugenic immigration policy. Do you agree with those sentiments?
I do not at all.
Do you think that someone who has those sentiments should be employed in your department?
That I had a conversation with the vice president.
This is,
That I admired his grace.
he then went to HHS.
Gentleman's time has expired. Thank the gentleman from Illinois. The gentleman from Indiana is now recognized, Mr. Stutzman, for 5 minutes.